We are going to solve problem A4 in application set A, which is also applicable to set B for chapter 1. The problem reads like this. Make up a scenario that would produce the following distributions, and then draw the shape of each distribution, labeling the y-axis and the x-axis. Write your answers in the answer box and paste your image into A4 in your spreadsheet. Save your spreadsheet and submit it in the last problem. And we'll need a distribution that's symmetrical and normal, another one that's rectangular, and another one that's skewed to the right. And it's up to us to determine how we're going to utilize each of them. So the first one that we're asked to do is normal. So here is my pen. So A is normal. I'm going to leave room for my title here because I know I always need a title with a chart. And I can draw the distribution right away. And I'll be able to draw in a bell curve, which looks like a normal distribution. And I think since I know that all things in nature, if they're randomly selected, distribute normally, I think I'm going to title this one Chart A and make it a distribution of stress levels in people first thing in the morning. Stress levels in morning. I know that I need to have my frequencies on the x-axis, and I know that I need to have my values here, and I'm going to indicate that these are all levels of stress. And my scale ranges, my imaginary scale ranges from 1 up to 10. And so this would be an example of a normal distribution. If I want to, I could fill in some bars, but I don't really need to do so because we can just outline the shape of the distribution without putting in all of these bars. We know that these are all representing people. And so this would be an example of a normal distribution. Next, we're going to do a rectangular distribution or a uniform distribution. So I'm going to write uniform rectangular. And I can draw the distribution just as I did on the other side. But I need to think of something where if we had values across the bottom, the number of people in each category would be really similar. Like if you were rolling a single dice, you'd be likely to get fairly equal numbers of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, here we need something else. And I've decided to put day chart B, days of the week on which people were born. Of births. It's not a perfect title, but for the sake of space, I'm making it short. My values are going to be days, and I'll have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And I suspect that these are all going to be pretty equal. I can draw them out if I want to, but I don't have to. The bars should all be equal, which mine aren't going to be. And our distribution really would just look something like a rectangle. If we were going to draw a line over the top of it, it would be pretty straight. The final distribution that we're asked to draw in this example is a skewed to the right distribution. C. Whoops, let's thin that out a little bit. C, skewed right. So we need a long tail to the right or something where the values cluster up on the lower end. And I think I'm going to use an age for my variable. And I'm going to say the ages of people at a music festival, at a rock music festival. So chart C will be ages of people at a rock music festival. And here is the nice outline for the histogram. Our values are going to be ages. And I'll probably start with 18 because no one else is allowed, and I'll go up to 70. And these will be frequencies. I don't have to list them because this is just a hypothetical. So frequencies, how many? And I think that our distribution, if we start at 18 and go up to 70, I think the distribution would look something like this. Maybe I think we'd have more people in that 20, 21, mid-20s. We taper off as people start having their families, and we'd have way fewer people out here in these upper ages. And so this would be our skewed white distribution. So my job would be to list each of these in the answer box and then copy and paste this into the spreadsheet. And so I'm going to get my snipping tool. And here we go. I'm going to copy this out and paste it into my beautiful spreadsheet on page A4. And here, paste it right in here. So that's ready to go. I'll click save. And now in the answer box, what should I write? The question isn't that clear. So let's think about what we want to do here. I think that I will write down what I chose for each distribution. And I'm not in the right modality here. So I think I'm going to get into the student view so I can demonstrate this for you. And go to assignments and content and data basics and applications and begin. And I'm going to jump forward to, it's going to be listed as question 5 because I pulled out a question for you. And so here is the one that I'm going to write. And so for my answers, I think I'm going to turn on the and write my answers in terms of A, B, and C. So we're first asked normal, and whoops. And my answer was stress levels of people first thing in the morning. And for uniform or rectangular, I'm going to put days of the week on which people were born. And for skewed right, I'm going to put ages of people at a rock music festival. So you'll be thinking of your own examples. I wish you well with that. That's how we would submit this problem. And now we're done with everything. So we'll be able to upload our spreadsheet. And so I'll browse my local files and find out where I put my spreadsheet. I think I have it right in a good place in 2223 classes under statistics and under chapter 1. And now I can put right here, I can open and save and submit. And I got that message because I didn't save my results from before because I'm just a pretend student. And that's the end of that assignment.